My name is Breanna Dyche, and this is my persuasive speech on why it is important to tip your waiter or waitress. Did you know that most waiters and waitresses do not even make minimum wage in the United States? In the United States, we go out to eat all the time. Tipping is a waiter or waitress's main source of income, and it should not be forgotten. Although tipping your waiter or waitress might not be your number one concern when you go out to eat, it is probably the most important part of your dining experience. According to the Huffington Post, about half of all states allow restaurants to pay servers $2.13 an hour, provided that they make up the difference if the server's total does not make standard minimum wage after tips. According to this map, you can see which states allow to pay $2.13 an hour. The blue states are the states that still allow $2.13 an hour for waiters and waitresses. The purple states, which are about only 6 states over here, are the ones that give the actual minimum wage of the state. The green states are not higher than $2.13 an hour, but still not the actual minimum wage. So as you can see, over half of the states are blue, which means over half of the states are the ones which are paying $2.13 an hour to waiters and waitresses. Under this system, gratuities are not really even considered gratuities. Waiters and waitresses are not receiving a bonus for their goods and services. They are essentially replacing the standard minimum wage with the tips that they are getting. So the tips you give to those who are making $2.13 an hour are not even considered a bonus for good service. So what can be done as a society? As a society, we should understand and be informed that not all waiters and waitresses are making minimum wage. And without the help of tips, they cannot get by. I have personally been a waitress in the state of Iowa where I did not make the minimum wage, and I know what it's like. To not make minimum wage. According to a source online named The Guardian, a waitress from Applebee's was fired after posting a picture of someone tipping 0. Now, the waitress says, she quotes, "We make $3.50 an hour. Most of my paychecks are less than pocket change because I have to pay taxes on the tips that I make." Now, if we could take this into consideration, a waiter does a lot of hard work and does a lot to make your dining experience pleasant and worthwhile to you. Not only do waiters and waitresses take your order, serve your food and drinks, and also clean up after you, they also make sure that there's a positive attitude, and no matter how they feel that day, they are always positive. Think of how hard this could be. Think of how hard it could also be if you are making $2.13 an hour and you do not even receive a tip after giving good service. The next time you go out to eat, just remember that waiters and waitresses are relying on you. Even if you cannot afford to tip your waiter or waitress a high amount, it is important that you at least give them a small amount. This small amount will remind them that you are thinking of them and that you know their job is hard and worthwhile. Again, next time you go out to eat, just remember that over half the states in our country allow them to pay $2.13 to their waiter or waitress. It is important to remember that most waiters and waitresses do not make minimum wage, and tips are their main source of income.